Rampepe, just tell us about your experience, because the government is saying that they're pretty pleased with the way in which they're handling the situation. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so Shahan, I'm actually a part of this WhatsApp group of South Africans stranded in the United States, which was started by a volunteer organization called Home Away from Home. And they've been sort of dealing with our queries, our problems with regards to anything we're experiencing, because we've had almost no communication from government. And I did hear the Minister, Naledi Pandor, this morning speak about the embassies which were meant to contact, taking care of our, any issues with funds running out or accommodation no longer being available. But that isn't really the reality on the ground, because the embassies have literally alerted us, and I have it in writing, that they cannot assist us whatsoever.
Yeah.
So we're left to fend for ourselves, to spending dollars with a very weak rand, and not really sure what they expect from us in terms of getting by day to day.
So government is boasting today about them bringing back a couple hundred South Africans from Miami. They're also saying that they're trying to liaise with all South Africans abroad to bring them back. But what has been that communication between you and officials in South Africa or in embassies? Is it purely wait and see?
For now it is. It's wait and see. The Home Away from Home people have been doing such a great job with sort of liaising between government and ourselves. But until we get an actual flight date, all we've done is just register our names to be considered to be put on those flights. Otherwise, there really hasn't been much else with regards to flights. We are just sitting here waiting in the United States of America, not sure what to do, where to go. The people at the embassy, also have their hands tied. I can tell that they wish they could do more, but it seems that there really isn't any plan that's being actioned at all.
So let's talk about this WhatsApp group where you guys are chatting daily. You were telling me about stories where people have no money, they have nowhere to stay, and they're sleeping at airports.
Sure, like people, since day one of lockdown, since our flights were cancelled to come back home, some people already had no money then. So no money 3 weeks ago. What is their fate right now? People are being kicked out of their hotels. People are being kicked out of their private accommodation, Airbnbs. And when you walk out of that establishment, where do you go without any money? What do you do? And I just shudder to think about the fact that it's only going to get worse, because we don't even have a flight date. And I'm not even sure where do we go, or who do we speak to about this?
Yes, and let's talk about the way forward for you then, because what do you do now, and how long can you actually stay in the U.S. without having to perhaps go and stay at the airport yourself?
I really don't know. I'm an asthmatic myself, so I consider myself high risk in a country where I will not be prioritized at a hospital if I do get sick or if I do contract the virus. So with regards to what we do moving forward, it's literally every man for himself, but people in the WhatsApp groups are sort of coming together. South Africans who live in the United States are offering up their homes, which is incredible. But beyond that, some of us don't have access to everybody's home, don't have access to hotels for another 3-4 weeks, and really just wish that there was maybe better communication. Even if they said to us, unfortunately, we won't be able to do anything for you, please fend for yourselves. That would be better than, I guess, the slow or non-communication.
All right, well, good luck to you. And I think we'll check in with you in a couple of days as well to see how things are going. We'll also try to speak to government for a response. Rampepe Mohotlo.